Hello, Kip, Texas, Houston Middle School students. This is our Me, Myself, and I project. And today you are starting step 1, which is prepping your paper. So, I am just going over real quick the size you need for your paper. Your height needs to be 12 inches or 14 inches, and the width needs to be 9 inches or 11 inches. If you got a poster board, you're probably going to need to turn it horizontally like a landscape, and then fold it in half and cut it in half so that you have 2 sheets of paper. If you did not get a poster board, you won't need to do this, but you will still need 2 sheets of paper in case you make an oops or you have a mistake. So, our paper should be vertical like a landscape. I mean, not like a landscape. Sorry about that. Like a portrait. Was just testing you. So, vertical like a portrait because we are drawing a portrait. Okay, jumping into materials you need. You need newspaper or scrap paper. Any type of scrap paper. I was purposeful with what I chose since it's about expressing yourself. I chose things like a Whataburger bag and a Snoopy comic strip. You will also need glue, drawing or painting materials. And the reason why is because we're collaging. We're making a background to make our artwork on. So it's going to be fun, and please be ready to just express yourself and have fun. So of course, I'm morphing this differently on my canvas because I'm doing this digitally. But at home, the way you'll do it is you will take your scrap paper or your newspaper, whatever you're using to collage, and rip it up into pieces and choose pieces you like, and you're going to glue them down onto your surface. As you can see, I'm also using watercolor to add color and texture to my background. One thing you want to consider with watercolor is if you're using watercolor, you do not want to use too much at once because it may be hard to later add more on top of it once it dries. You also don't want to get the paper too wet because then it could rip. So, now that I've started collaging and adding different textures on top of each other, I realized that I went too far. So I wanted to use this as an opportunity to share with you guys. Less is more. That means that be very conscious of how much you are adding to your background. If you're doing watercolor washes, only do a few. When you're using crayons and colored pencils, only draw some like lines for texture or some different shapes. You don't want to use big splotches of crayons or colored pencils because we're drawing on top of them and it may mess with the drawing that you're drawing on top. So remember that less is more when you're making it your surface collage. So look at how I left white space. You're going to want to do that too. And just remember to have fun while creating this. I will see you guys later. Bye!